everyone, welcome to my channel. What I have learned today. Of course, I would hope that I've learned this prior to today, but that's the name of the channel. Today's video is about the power of self-love. How many of you many times do everything for everyone else? You're there for everyone else, everybody else, etc. And you forget the power of self-love. How we need to remember to care for ourselves. Well, I have 10 powerful gems that have helped me along my journey, and I'd like to help you as well. Let's dive in. Tip number 1, prioritize self-care. Take the time to nurture your body, mind, and soul. Folks, don't forget that even though you're working, you're an entrepreneur, or you have a career, don't forget to prioritize self-care. What am I saying? Don't forget to prioritize you. You are important. If you're a lady, maybe you go get your nails done and your feet done. Nowadays, guys do the same thing. So maybe you're a guy and you want to go get your manicure and your pedicure. Whatever it is that makes you feel good, don't forget to calendar yourself in. You are important. If you're not well, how can you help anyone else? Tip number 2, embrace your flaws. Remember that you are beautifully imperfect. And that's what makes you unique. We're all beautifully imperfect. That's what makes us unique. Let me tell you something. Embrace your flaws. Embrace what you consider a flaw. Because a lot of times, many of us see something about ourselves and we think it's a flaw, and it's really not a flaw. But having said that, if you have something about yourself that you know that you consider a flaw, I want you to embrace it. And understand that you are beautifully made. I want you to know that you're beautifully imperfect. And my brother and my sister, that's what makes you unique. Tip number 3, practice positive affirmations. Start each day with words of encouragement and believing in your own greatness. I want you to get up in the morning, throughout your day, whenever you have a moment, on your break at work, or when you need to get away from the husband or the wife or the kids, and take a moment and use some powerful affirmations, some powerful words to describe yourself in a wonderful manner. Because remember, you don't need to kick yourself. You don't need to look down on yourself. You are beautiful. You are handsome. You are exactly what you need to be at this point in time. And there's no one else like you. So I want you to encourage yourself. Find those words, dig deep, and find those words that make you feel good, that embrace your uniqueness. I promise you, it will change your life. Tip number 4, let go of negative self-talk. Replace self-criticism with self-compassion and watch your self-love grow. Many times we're so hard on ourselves. We nitpick on ourselves. We find our own flaws. We constantly talk about ourselves. Knock it off. Look yourself in the mirror and say, I am beautiful. I am courageous. There's nothing that I can't do. There's no one like me. It's nothing wrong with being confident. Has nothing to do. And let me tell you something. Don't worry about what everybody else thinks about you. That is none of your business. But it is your business on what you think about yourself. You hear me? Next tip. Tip number 5, I want you to set healthy boundaries. Learn to say no when necessary and surround yourself with people who uplift and support you. When you have individuals that constantly are coming at you, I need this, can you do this, will you do this, or they use this type of psychology. I don't know what we would do without you. I don't know what would we do if you weren't here. Let me tell you something. No point intended. But if you died tomorrow, my brother or my sister, I promise you they would find someone to get it done. So oftentimes we need to learn to say no in a healthy way, and don't worry about people disliking you and all this stuff. Let me tell you, if you have one time that you cannot do something for a person and they get upset, guess what? They weren't your friend anyway, and they certainly don't need to be in your circle. Number 6, I want you to embrace self-expression. Discover your passions and talents and allow yourself to shine authentically. You know, we all have something that we have deep down, a gift or a talent, and I want you to find what that is. And some of you don't even need to find it. It's right in front of you. It's right in front of you. What do you do that's done easily and effortlessly that you can do without thinking about it? I mean, everyone else struggles with it, but it's just so easy for you. You might want to look at that because that just might be one of your hidden gems. Then number 7, I want you to embrace self-forgiveness, knowing that you deserve happiness and peace. Let me tell you something. We all make mistakes. We all have made bad choices. But I want you to forgive yourself. Don't worry about anyone else. You forgive yourself. Stop holding on to something, a mistake that you did 20, 30, 40 years ago. Knock it off. Be in the present, stay in the present, and be right now, okay? Understand the power of forgiveness coming from you for yourself. Tip number 8, practice self-acceptance. Accept that you are a work in progress and love yourself throughout every stage of growth. Understand that each and every day we're growing. Each and every day we're learning. It's just like me doing this video. I don't really do videos, but you know what? I love helping people and supporting people. So I decided I'm going to start a YouTube channel, and that's what I'm doing. And you think I care what anybody thinks? I care what you think because I want you to subscribe. That encourages me. You feel me? So having said that, I want you to understand, I accept me first. You need to accept you first. Don't worry about what other people think, because that's our problem sometimes. We can't move forward. We can't catch on our dreams. We can't do what we need to do because we're constantly worrying about what somebody else thinks. That's not your business. That's not your problem. It only matters what you think. So all I'm simply saying is accept yourself. Tip number 9, celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. Acknowledge your accomplishments and be proud of who you are becoming. Every time you make an accomplishment or achievement, every time you keep a commitment to yourself. For instance, I once said, I didn't like making my bed in the morning, right? Well, guess what? In order to create new habits, I started making my bed every morning. I will not leave the house without making my bed. Now, as small as that might be, I now have created a habit. I make my bed, and I know that I can be committed to myself. There's no reason why I can't make my bed in the morning, right? So now that I've created that habit, I know that any of my bigger goals, like sitting here talking to you, creating this video, I know that I can push forward and be consistent. And so what I call that is habit stacking. Start with something small or whatever. But you know what I did after I continued to make my bed one week? I said, you go, girl. You go, girl. You got this. You got this. Because I kept my commitment to myself. Tip number 10. Surround yourself with love. Cultivate a support system of positive influences. And remember, the love starts from within. Let me tell you something. Audit your group. If there's somebody around you or people around you that don't encourage you and uplift you, you got to put a distance in between them, folks. If there are people around you that don't never say you're doing a good job and helping you level up to the next level, or always kind of, I call it the mean well people, get in there, you say, I don't know how I'm going to do this. And then they say, girl or guy or homeboy, homegirl, let me tell you, I don't know how you're going to do this either. No, 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 no. You don't need those type of people. Say hello to them, love them, but create a group of people that got your back, that's going to encourage you to push forward, not help you fight for your limitations. Well, folks, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I kindly ask that you will please like, share, and subscribe if you have found any value. Until then, enjoy the journey and enjoy the transformation.